On the shoulder, turn around, and baby, there you
Your
are.
Country 1039 KGRT, Mr. Kane Brown, and one Mississippi.
Time now for your question of the day. Brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Markets of Las Cruces. Fresh produce, bread, meat, honey, food trucks, handmade art, music, and more. Every Saturday and Wednesday, 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. downtown Las Cruces.
That's right, time for our question of the day, brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Market of Las Cruces. And make sure to check them out. Remember, every Wednesday and Saturday morning, so don't forget about Wednesday morning. Good way to start the midweek, going for a walk around downtown and getting some cool stuff. They always have some cool stuff. My friends, I said we would be talking about punishments, and that's basically because, well, you know, we are getting closer and closer to the beginning of the NFL season. I think we're at the second week of full preseason stuff going on this week. Second or third. I'm going to have to double check because, it's just preseason. But, fantasy football leagues are ramping up, which also means the fantasy football punishments are there. Yeah. Have you ever been a part of a league where they had a punishment involved for the person that finishes at the bottom of the whole thing? Yeah. A Chicago guy named John followed through on his punishment from last season. It involved dressing up as a very hungry caterpillar from the children's book, you know it, and eating everything mentioned in the book: an apple, 2 pears, 3 plums, 4 strawberries, 5 oranges, and a piece of chocolate cake, an ice cream cone, a pickle, a slice of Swiss cheese, a slice of salami, a lollipop, a piece of cherry pie, a sausage, a cupcake, a slice of watermelon, and a nice green leaf. Brutal. They had to throw that green leaf in there. But anyway, which is a pretty creative punishment for coming in at the bottom of the league. And since we are all talking about the new fantasy football leagues that are coming up, and whether you participate or not, I am curious if anybody's got any good ideas. So my question for you today is, what's the worst or most extreme fantasy football punishment that you've ever seen or been a part of? And like I said, even if you're not into fantasy football and you've got some ideas, please share with the group, because I think all of us that participate in leagues are always interested in some of the punishments. Like I said, one was a couple of years ago. I think we did a league together, and the punishment was somebody had to take the SATs with the rest of the high school students, as an adult. Yeah, and whatever they scored, that would be what they would put on the last place trophy. I thought it was hilarious, absolutely. But what's the worst or most extreme fantasy football punishment you've ever been a part of? And for those of you who don't take part in fantasy football, got any good ideas for this year's fantasy football leagues? Let me know your answers for our question of the day. You can call them in. You can text them in at 575-523-KGRT. That's 575-523-5478. And, of course, we are live on our social media pages, so you can go ahead and leave your comments there as well. For our question of the day, what's the worst or most extreme fantasy football punishment you can think of? Let me know your answers for our question of the day. Good. Good. All the buttons are pushed. So, like I said, if you've been a part of a fantasy football league that has a punishment, what's one of the punishments that you went through? Is it pretty extreme? Pretty tame? I don't know. That would be pretty cool. And if you're not, can you think of any punishments that would be apropos for the last place person in your fantasy football league? All in good fun, of course. Nothing dangerous. We don't want to stay away from all the dangerous stuff, but all the fun stuff. Go ahead and let me know your answers for our question of the day. In the meantime, let's go ahead and check out what's going on in and around the world. Actually, this would be an interesting one if we made somebody eat all of these. Oreo has released 6 carnival-inspired cookie flavors, including hot honey cornbread, interesting, dill pickle, bleh, not a fan of pickles, strawberry shortcake, that's a good one, chocolate milkshake and fries, that's a good combo, lemonade and cotton candy. I can only imagine how sweet the cotton candy one would be. But the 12-count tin cost about $25, but if you want to get your hands on some, it's only sold online at the Oreo website. So I don't know, check that one out and keep the dill pickle one as far away from me as possible. Waffle House testing 2 new tacos. The breakfast taco has bacon, eggs, and cheese. And the lunch dinner tacos have chicken melt, cheesesteak melt, and patty melt. Why did I suddenly get excited for a patty melt taco? I just want to try that one at home, see how that works. Complex Magazine says Michael Jordan's 1998 NBA Finals Game 3 jersey is being auctioned off on September 15th and is expected to sell, get this, for approximately $15 million. Now, this is a jersey worn by Michael, Game 3 Finals of the 1998 NBA Finals. So if you had the money, and if I had the money, I'd at least try. I got to be honest with myself. I'd probably try. LeBron James came within inches of his first career hole-in-one at the Preserve in Bandon, Oregon. I guess he's still chasing Michael. Anyway, apparently Austin Reeves of the Lakers and LeBron's son Bronny witnessed the shot that came up short. So, we can trust those guys. Joey Chestnut recently won a kolache eating contest after the Colonels baseball game in Cedar Rapids. Colonels are a high A affiliate of the Minnesota Twins. Yeah, apparently he downed 25 of them. Chestnut said he woke up early, drank a gallon of water, did a little yoga. I guess you do have to prepare for something like that. 25, man, that's a lot. And just a little update. Of course, yesterday's sad news about Hayden Panettiere. Men's Journal says that she recently recalled a doctor's warning that she would be dead within 5 years if she didn't stop drinking. So she spent 8 months in rehab in 2020. RadarOnline.com says that she left behind a fortune up to $15 million. And Page 6 says the autopsy found no signs of trauma that could be contributed to the death, but the cause and manner of death are pending further investigation. Just a sad thing overall. And once again, all thoughts and prayers going out to friends and family and all of her fans as well, of which I count myself among them because I'm a big Heroes fan, and she was absolutely great. Pretty bummed that she wasn't able to make it back when they did Heroes Reborn. I think that would have been pretty cool. Her character was in there, kind of, but I don't think she starred in it or came back at all. Once again, my friends, we are looking for answers for our question of the day, and I guess answers and suggestions, okay? Fantasy football is ramping up. We're in the preseason right now. Got a bunch of games coming up on Thursday and for this weekend. But usually the fantasy football leagues have a punishment for the person that comes in last, dead last in the league. So if you've been part of any leagues there, what's the worst or most extreme fantasy football punishment you've ever been a part of? And if you haven't been a part of any fantasy football leagues, what kind of punishment do you have? Do you have any creative ideas for a last place finisher punishment? Let me know your answers. Once again, call them in, text them in, or just leave your comments down below for our question of the day, which is brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Market of Las Cruces.